Welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our 8-card draw. What do we need shadow read for this full moon in Aquarius to our new moon in Virgo, August 2023. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons. Mal for short. They're just my initials. I'm not bad. It's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service at the time of this recording. I am the author of Spell Ingredients and Words of Grace. From a professional witch, there is a Kindle version of Words of Grace. From a professional witch, you can click on the link in the description box, check out the table of contents and some other stuff in the preview. See that it is in chakra chapters and different graces for each chakra. It's really cool. But that's the Kindle version, very pared down, compared to the original PDF that's over on patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. For some of my patrons get that as a benefit, but all of my patrons on my members only subscription platform get 3 benefits in common across the board. They get a daily check-in pretty much every single morning when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way. Perfect way for me to start the day, considering what else I gotta do as president of Drawing the Circle and all of that. They also get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s as part of their subscription, regardless of level. They're all soul contract based, all relationship based, twin flame soulmates, all of that. And they're juggernauts. And you can Vimeo on demand if you like, but all of my subscribers get that as a part of their benefit package, as well as they get an extensive discount with me in terms of spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about that at the very end of the video, but I can't say enough about Patreon. They just gave us the ability to have a shop, so now we have a shop over there, digital products, more coming. I got 28 things up there right now to check out, including the original PDF of Words of Grace, the Fellini Film Fest version of it all. I love it. We also have 2 7-day free trials for Seeker and Human, our first 2 tiers of subscription. You can check us out for 7 days for free, but buyer beware, because everyone who has done a 7-day free trial ended up staying a subscriber, because we're having a lot of fun there. We're doing private workshops for different levels of subscription. It's so cool. I love it. Now we got a store and all this cool stuff. I love it. So for my creative Virgo friends out there, you're looking for a way of getting your work out to the world, check it out for yourself. Being a creator on Patreon is the wisest move I've ever made, particularly as a Virgo. Very detail-oriented, lots of creative freedom, but it's not OnlyFans. Not for at least another year. So click the link, check it out, scan the menu, see if there's something you want to dive in a little bit deeper for, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Virgo power, cross your legs, and let's get down to business. Oh, hi. It is shadow read time again. I am a Virgo sun sign, 4 planets in Virgo, 2nd house, Leo rising, lots of fun, and ready to get down to business. So let's do some explanation for the new Virgos and the cross-watchers, and then we'll get into the divination. If you feel like jumping ahead, go right ahead. But we are going to be looking at the astrology for this 2-week period, this full to new August 2023, including something tricky around our new moon in Virgo. We'll talk about it in a bit. So welcome if you are new. An 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about anything in particular. We have fine-tuned it for a 2-week period, a waning moon from full to new. Releasing, letting go, transforming, alchemizing is the term I prefer in the language of spiritual alchemy that I learned from Caroline Myss, MYSS. She's a PhD. These are her archetype cards, author of Sacred Contracts and Anatomy of the Spirit, which is where I learned the 8 chakra system, which is going to be in this reading. And I also do the 5-card draws for the beautiful new to fulls, plant a seed, watch them grow. That's the waxing side of it. This is is the waning side of it, the releasing, the letting go, the alchemy from lead to gold. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table of elements, symbolically speaking. We can use that as a lovely lens at which to find perhaps, I don't know about an easier way, but a simpler way to do our shadow work. It's not the fun part. Look, we're going to talk about the full moon. It's a very powerful full moon. But when the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. Enjoy it. Enjoy the 3 days, because usually after 3 days of full moon, then the releasing, the letting go, the alchemy really kicks in. And you can wait for the last 3 days before new moon if you like. That's called dark moon. Balsamic moon, but that's when it gets really intense. So a little bit every day for 2 weeks. I apply all of my sun, moon, rising, Venus signs for both the 5-card and the 8-card draws because they're working for me. And then believe me, I see a difference, as do my friends and family. So let's talk about this astrological weather report for 2 weeks. We're looking at the full moon in Aquarius on Tuesday, August 1st. Tuesday, August 1st is classically called Lammas or Lughnasadh, one of the 8 Sabbats in the pagan solar wheel of the year. It is technically midsummer, not to be confused with the night's dream, in between summer solstice and a vernal or autumnal equinox, fall equinox, so right in the middle. So that's going to be a very, very powerful thing. 2:32 p.m. on that Tuesday, Lughnasadh, August 1st, 2:32 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. So we're releasing for 2 weeks, bringing us to the new moon. Now, the new moon, yes, is on Wednesday, August 16th, but at 5:38 a.m. when it goes new, it also goes void. Of course, not a good time to do magic, nor am I getting up that early, right? So if you can hang in there, wait until 7:14 p.m. on Wednesday, and that's really good. That's on the day of Mercury. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so that is in our favor to plant a seed and help it grow for 2 weeks, which I will have those 5 cards out done way before that. Now, in between those 2 dates, this is where it gets a little slippery. Well, let's do the nice one first, then we'll do the tricky one. Lughnasadh Lammas is technically when the sun is at 15 degrees in the sign of Leo, which it will be on Monday, August 7th. That is the astrological cross quarter. That's when I do my own personal Sabbat, but certainly I'll do the public stuff on the 1st or the 2nd, depending on how that hits. But the tricky one, the tricky sticky, Chiron, woo, the wounded healer, an asteroid. Check your natal chart because it is retrograde. It went retrograde about a week or so ago in July, and it is going direct December 23rd. Happy holidays! Well, it's going through Aries. It's retrograding in Aries, the child of the zodiac. A lot of childhood issues, my own, my clients, friends, family. I've seen a lot of stuff appear out of nowhere because it's our opportunity with the wounded healer, Chiron, to actually do the shadow work and take our trauma and turn it into triumph, that this is the opportunity that we have, right? So that's what these reads are for, is to help kind of remove those 3 atoms, as it were. We've got 2 healing systems, Caroline Mace archetype cards, and the Matt Kahn healing mantra. We got 2 tarot decks, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, Mythic Tarot. We'll be using those for the chakras as well. Removing obstacles with the Whispers of Lord Ganesh, the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. And then something new this time around, Animal, Vegetable, Mineral, Divine Animals Oracle, Magical Herb Oracle, Crystal Oracle, and of course we will be ending with the Matt Kahn healing mantra. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, cross-watchers. Here's your opportunity to get some insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy for the Virgo that you are cross-watching for. But if you apply some of this on their behalf, you won't just be helping the Virgo you are cross-watching for, but all of the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, including myself. So thank you in advance. I think that's about enough explanation. Let's go into the divination. That happens in the still point, so both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will, and I promise I will do my best to help anybody alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, their toxic to their healthy, They're toxic to healthy, they're fear to love, they're illusions to truth, to travel a more golden timeline for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser version of ourselves, and a happier, healthier, wiser world for everybody on it, including the aminals and the plants, because I'm a Virgo. Virgo power. Cross your legs. So let's get into that still point, shall we? Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Here we go. Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Beloved ones, what is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra hovering over the head of us Virgos and our cross watchers, indicating the shadow work, the soul power to be developed, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth. This full to our new August 2023, the vampire. I knew it. Now look, there's a whole video here on YouTube called Vampires and Witches. It goes into the vampire archetype. It goes into control dramas, how people steal energy. I will try and remember to put it in the description box. Oh, not in the description box, in the comments. You can just like click on it. You don't have to search for it. But the vampire archetype is one of the wild card family archetypes, so it can show up in any way, shape, or form. I mean, come on, what we do in the shadows. I mean, Colin Robinson running for comptroller. There's a lot going on. Nandor shirtless. I don't know that I could handle that, but somehow I did. Can't believe I watched that show with my mom, but she's really cool. Now, written on this card here is what's called the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call this the lead, the gold. So you can deal with the vampire archetype a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with someone who's got the archetype a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So let's get up into this. You already know how to deal with vampires. If you've seen any movies or read any books or any of it, you already know. It's encoded into us societally how to deal with vampires. You watch the video. It's good and it's free. You might as well. The lead, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining and codependency. As soon as I hear somebody keep complaining, that's like bloodsucker red flag number one, right? Absolutely. But codependency is an addiction. It is an enabler of an addiction as well. So so this is what it looks like when you say, well, what if you tried this and go, no, it won't work. It's like they just want to complain, sucking you dry, because they're not plugged in this way. They got to steal it this way. But there are lots of ways to deal with that. For example, the light attribute makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Now, to me, obviously, the vampire in the shadow is Nosferatu. No, Nosferatu. I have Teflon neck syndrome. That's in the video, too. But then what is the golden or the light vampire? The golden vampire is the vampire hunter or the vampire healer, depending on maybe the vampire slayer, depending on whether you want them in your life anymore. But look, the thing is, it is inherited, right? Somebody bites them. I mean, literally, the lore of vampirism tracks with the archetype so clearly. And don't try and point it out to them. Vampires can't see their reflection, so there's a narcissistic thing in there as well. Boom! So we are off and running. I had a feeling the vampire was going to pop up in this series. Doesn't shock with Chiron retrograde, right? Many people were vampired by their own parents, right? So, we incarnate into that stuff so that we can do this alchemy. And even if you're not a vampire archetype, so to speak, then you're dealing with one. And here's your opportunity, because it's your lesson, it's your shadow work. So let's get to it. Next, 4th chakra, throat chakra in particular, heart, throat, third eye, crown. We'll do with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Feminist deck, goddess energy, internal, yin-internal dynamic. Please take a nice deep breath. Nothing like a fun vampire read. And the great thing about Wooden Stakes is after you're done with the vampires, if you have any left over, they work on humans too. Blessed be Terry Pratchett. Please take a nice deep breath. Good Omens season 2. I almost said semen 2. Good Omens season 2 just hit today on Amazon Prime. I watched 10 minutes of it. I just started crying. I miss Terry Pratchett. The turtle moves. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, Granny Weatherwax. Still point. Oh, here we go. Goddesses override. As I call upon my beloved goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, beloved goddesses of mutable earth, one card in clarity for us Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers, please, watching this video, drawn to this reading. What do we need to be aware of? Heart, throat, third eye, crown, internal, internal, feminine energy, particularly throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew. Choices, willpower is where they bite you in the neck to take over your willpower. To help us alchemize that vampire, this full to new, we got a court card. Now, this is the Libra card, Skadi, Norse ice giantess, if we're still gendering giants. The Libra card, 7th house dynamic here. So that would be, though it's the Maiden of Blades and the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, that would be the King of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite based tarot. And this is about the shadow self, relationships, one-on-one relationships, your relationship to your own shadow, your relationship to another person, legal contracts, right? Libra, the scales, cardinal, creative, air, and I'm going to say very third eye and throat chakra, those elements of air there. So if you have any planets in Libra, I do. I have Venus rising. Venus in Libra. I have Venus in Libra, Leo rising. So, you know, I got to really kind of look at my relationships going forward in this waning, to find my own balance within myself, right? To guard myself, to come up with creative ways of communicating, and as well as to deal with my own shadow, because usually my first reaction to a vampire is stake them, throw them out in the sunlight, put them under a magnifying glass, just torch them, right? Somebody will come by with a drop of blood, and, you know, they always come back, particularly romantic ones. Once they get hungry, they gotta feed on you. I am nobody's blood bag, honey. I have worked too hard, and look at me. I'm gonna be 55 years old in September. I know I don't look it, thanks. So, you know, that's part of, you know, the thing. It's part of keeping my energy field intact, right? So even if this is your own psychological balance, just remember there's always a creative way to deal with a vampire. Go watch the video. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. But what's this look like in the physical world? Let's use the Mythic Tarot for the lower three chakras, because that's the yang dynamic, the masculine energy, if you will. Lower three chakras are relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself in the solar plexus, one-on-one relationships with another person in the sacrum, and group dynamic, tribal dynamics in the root. Let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo and powers of the north, please, beloved gods of mutable earth, one card in clarity for us Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. Honey, I am buffied and ready to go. I gotta use a pencil if I gotta. Please, a handful of toothpicks, one card in clarity for us, please. What do we need to be aware of? Lower three chakras, outside in, looking at ourselves, inside out, looking at other people, places, and things, so that we can alchemize the vampire. Almost flew out of my hand. Flew out of my hand. Alchemizing the vampire from shadow light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, with this Libra balance on the inner, and we've got 6 of Cups on the outer. This could easily be somebody coming back from the past. Whoopsie, whoopsie doopsie, maybe coming for another bite. Now, if they have alchemized that, that could be an indication of saying, all right, well, let's see how this goes. Let's talk. And carry a piece of garlic, just as a reminder. I want to get like little hook earrings with like shellacked garlic on them as like a warning. Now a warning. Oh, death does become them. So look, Six of Cups is a number of harmony. So if this is reminiscing, if this is looking backwards, but it is, sixes are numbers of balance and harmony, right? So we are looking at perhaps some wistfulness, but this, particularly with Chiron retrograde, this could really be memories coming back from the past, but something triggering it on the outside either way. We're looking at an emotional thing, but it's a 6, it's not a 5, right? You're on your way to the 10. This is the myth of Eros and Psyche, a brilliant true love myth. I don't know that this is necessarily romantic, though it could be, right? General reads and all that. All right, we're off and running. Let's remove some of them obstacles with the Whispers of Lord Ganesh. Angela Hartfield. Love this book, and I love Lord Ganesh. I've been cultivating a relationship with Lord Ganesh. When I started the company, one of the first workshops I did in Drawing the Circle Productions was the Ashaya monks and their first sphere workshop. I ended up taking all 5 spheres of that meditation practice, and I do it every day still. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Beloved Ganesh override. Very earth sign. I call upon. There you are, my beloved Lord Ganesh, God of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Please, beloved one, what is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle to help us, Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic, the healthy, the fear to love, the illusion to truth, this full to new, understanding the eye of Ganesh, E-Y-E, the eye of Ganesh. Now, if you've ever looked at an elephant's eye, because the corn is as high as the elephant's eye, oh my God. I just Oklahoma does. Oh man, being gay with a musical theater background is problematic sometimes when your stream of consciousness on camera. Let me read this to you. Understanding. Clear vision is the gift of seeing with not only your physical eyes, but with your spiritual eyes, which one would think would be bringing in the third eye. Ha ha ha. The eye of Ganesh symbolizes the state of grace that is reached through your willingness to do your spiritual work in this lifetime. See, because when you embody light and truth, they burn when they try and bite you. They can't get near you. As you focus on your life lessons, you reclaim the true meaning of your being. You have the talent and determination to continue this course before you. So this might be somebody that you have dealt with, could be a family member, could be somebody at work, could be anything, but this is part of your curriculum, our curriculum. The eye holds the key to your higher consciousness and your gift of awareness. Being aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Look for the deeper meaning in ordinary experiences. Like they don't like garlic. I don't trust people who don't like chocolate or garlic. Not that the two of them together is always so good. Work on being more observant. Remember to live in balance with your physical and spiritual bodies. There we got 2 balance cards in a row. Take the time to look at your current circumstances from a different perspective. Free yourself from the limiting thoughts and beliefs. You are receiving an opportunity to move beyond your past. 6 of Cups. Accept that the fear from the past and even as you move forward serves a greater purpose. So fear is not a sin. That's like Course in Miracles right there. It's part of the human experience. It's the lead. It's just not part of the divine experience, the gold, right? That's what the alchemy is there for. So think of fear as lead that is just crying, screaming to turn into gold. Love is the answer. Imagine yourself soaring above this current situation. Rise above the conditions, see a greater perspectives. It is your ability to rise above the conditions that will benefit you and assist you in flourishing. Ganesha asks that you give yourself permission to be free in order to attain the joy that your heart desires. No, look, if this person is doing the work, whoever the look, because look, here's the thing: can Virgos be vampires? Of course we can. Colin Robinson, right? I'm pretty sure he's a Virgo. If he's not, he should be. If you don't know what I'm talking about, What We Do in the Shadows, what are you doing? Funny, best thing on TV ever. And really, if you're a hunter and a slayer, you get it. You get it big time. Just make sure you carry a dog toy. Those werewolves, they'll come out of nowhere, particularly in Staten Island. So look, you're understanding here to get that. This is an archetype. The one who may be vamping you, look at me covering up my solar plexus Virgo that I am, the one that might be draining you probably doesn't know it. Most vampires don't know it. It's what they were raised in. It's just how they operate, but it's an operating system. It's not the hardware, right? It's something that they incarnated in, and we all have it. And look, we've all drained people. That's what I mean, reason, season, or lifetime. But I live alone, so I'll just go out and Celestine Prophecy, The Garden. James Redfield, Celestine Prophecy, brilliant book, Building Energy, amazing. Because, you can't drain the ocean, right? You just stay full. And that's why your spiritual practice here is probably the easiest way to remove the obstacles and do the alchemy here. Digging it. Not that it's not going to be emotional. It could be, particularly if this is someone out of your past returning for another bite. Want to go for a bite? No. Let's do animal. The Divine Animals Oracle, Stacy DeMarco. Everyone has spirit guides and animal spirits and totems. Let's use, if this is the bat, I will scream. Please take a nice deep breath. It's the fruit bat anyway. Just bites peaches. So do I. Please take a nice deep breath. Nice peach. Still point. Totemic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheon of the animal kingdom, the spirit animals and totems for us Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and crosswatchers. Our crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, who walks with us, who flies with us, who swims with us, who crawls with us, giving us the guidance, the grace, the loving, powerful, wise oracle message to alchemize the vampire from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, this full to new. The rhinoceros. Nice horn. Moderation. Everything in moderation. Except moderation. Oscar Wilde. He's wild. He's cute, too. I would have done him. Probably did. Card number 32. Because, there is an importance to being earnest about these things. Shall we? Card number 32, Rhinoceros, Moderation. Seek moderation in all things. Find the middle path. That's the third road. It's very Buddhist. Not everything is an extreme choice of black versus white. Being passionate about something is positive, but to be obsessed may not be. Leave behind what you no longer need. Wow. Okay. So, if you find yourself draining people, this could be a direct thing, right? Really, really saying here that there is a difference between passion and obsession. What's the difference? One, there's an interest, there's a fire, there's a creativity, there's an alignment, and it's mutual. An obsession is usually one-sided and addictive. So what happens when a vampire doesn't feed? They starve. Are you starving? Not seeing that here, but being able to see that in someone else, even if you don't know their whole story, turn to your spiritual practice, light yourself up. The magic. I like reading the magic. The magic of the rhino is a beautiful dance between strength, power, and moderation. In other words, vampire crosses my path. I kind of try and let them know early on. It's like, what are you trying to do? If you're going to make me go Buffy on you, I will. I will. I'll grab a handful of toothpicks and do it from a distance with a rubber band. But to do it in moderation, this is an incredibly powerful animal, and yet is balanced with calm and restraint. Are we getting the theme of balance here with that Libra? It's like you don't have to chop their heads off. I mean, again, that works on non-vampires too, but even verbally, I mean, I know how to destroy a vampire. It's not that hard to do. Just, speak the truth. The truth is light, right? Liars can't heal, and healers can't lie, not if they want to heal. So to do this in moderation, this could be a family member, this could be somebody close to you, but it's definitely a one-on-one relationship, but you're only responsible for your end of that toxic tug of war, if that's what's going on here. And again, if you find yourself draining, it happens. A breeze and seas in our lifetime. But codependency is just as hard and a dangerous addiction as drugs, alcohol, any of those addictions, because you're medicating, but you're medicating with other people's energy in this way. Colin Robinson. I find him cute, but then again, I would eat Matt Berry alive. That sounds a little vampiric. Let's keep moving. Toast of London. Let's get the magical herb oracle and the crystal oracle from my beloved Archangel Ariel. Everyone has their own angelic lineage. Mine is Archangel Ariel. I think you'll hear it in the prayer if you haven't heard it before. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel, override. As I call to my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north powers of earth, hence the magical herb as well as the crystal oracle. My beloved Archangel of Lyons, Archangel of wealth, Archangel of nature. One card in clarity from the magical herb oracle by Sherilyn Darcy and Dear Dandy. For us, Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, give us your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle message in herbal form to help us alchemize the vampire from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth. We can't do it for them, but we can do it with them. We may be of help as Virgos that way. I mean, they always do want to bite a virgin. Just close your windows. It's hot outside. What do you got for us, Ariel, to help us alchemize the vampire this full to our new August 2023? Radiate. Turmeric. Leo just got this, and I'm Leo rising, so that's what I mean. Check your other sides. Now, I'm not going to be ingesting any turmeric in the near future, at least as far as I can see, with the understanding eye of Ganesh there, and all in moderation. But this is saying, because I just read this, the reading before, and you see how long it takes me to shuffle. So, I show up in my reads all the time. Well, we're all one. How am I going to stop that from happening? Just pretend it's not? Liars can't heal. Healers can't lie. Card number 32, turmeric. Radiate is the key word. Oracle meaning. While a conflict is indicated, come for me, you better sharpen them fangs, I'll knock them out your head. A little intimidating. While a conflict is indicated, there is a chance to step up and overcome challenges. The truth is about to come out, and you need to make sure that you are on the right side of it. Keeping a positive attitude during a setback or delay is also incredibly important at this moment, and I think that might even be the diplomacy of that Libra on the inner. Again, it doesn't matter if you have planets in Libra or you're dealing with somebody planets in Libra. We're looking at 7th house, justice, fairness, one-on-one relationships and all that, marriages and contracts. There seem to be opposing views or goals, and careful, though strong negotiation will need to be undertaken to navigate a way forward. Kind of hard to pull up momentum if you're letting them drain your tank. An improvement in health and happiness is shown. Be careful not to give in to the pressures that could cause additional stress, because there are better times and greater opportunities on the way. So what better to burn up a vampire than radiate? Yeah, throw a little turmeric on them, maybe some garlic powder too, just to be sure. Yeah. No, I was bitten by my dad when I was really, really young, so I healed it. He's dead. It's a lot easier. No, I'm not a medium. I'm a rare. Okay, so Fade Away and Radiate, Debbie Harry Blondie, go for it. I love that. I love that so much. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because the understanding is going to necessitate seeing the light, seeing the truth, but doing this in moderation. Maybe not like, ripping their heads off on Main Street, if you can avoid it. Probably can. Although we're Virgos, we can do it slow and steady. Win the race regardless. Let's ask Ariel for the mineral aspect from the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated, use it. Carry it with you as a reminder, a little vampire repellent for you there. Clear quartz does everything if you don't. Some of these stones are rare. I didn't even hear of some of these until I got the Crystal Oracle, and I was in the business. The New Age metaphysical, pagan, Wiccan, this and that retail business for way too long. Never again the retail times. Please take a nice deep breath. So if people would screw with me, I would hex their food. Still point. My beloved Archangel Ariel, I love you so much, and I love your sense of humor, please. Oh, beloved Archangel Ariel, one card in clarity for us Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. We're dealing with vampires within or without parasites. That's why they don't like garlic, the vermifuge. What is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle message using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno to help us alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, because they can cast a glamour, this full to our new August 2023. Soda light. Excellent throat chakra stone. Yeah, just wear like a big chunk of hunk of necklace on it. They'll have to chip a tooth to get to you. Soda light. Is it a diet soda light? Why did someone not come up with diet soda light? Look, you tried doing this several times a day on camera. Living alone with black cats all day long. Your sense of humor kind of takes over. Soda light. Intuition, perception, meditation, calm, strength, and determination. I have a feeling it's the determination and moderation that's going to play itself out. Keep your calm, for this will help strengthen your determination to quietly pursue your dreams. Quietly pursue your dreams. Don't hand your bubble to bubble poppers, right? Don't offer your neck to those with fangs. Fangs a lot. Set aside a little time each day to meditate and reflect on all that you wish to create in your life. Cardinal air, creative air, Libra on the inner. Be guided by what you instinctively feel in your heart and trust your intuition. For in doing so, you will draw to you all that is necessary for you to create that which your heart so desires, particularly if someone or something is draining your life force. This is key. The answers are within. Obviously, again, turning to the eye of Ganesh there to remove obstacles with understanding. At the same time, let go of rigidly fixed expectations or time frames. Oh, that's not our thing. We have schedules to keep. And trust that your dreams may manifest in ways you have not yet imagined. This card is a positive confirmation. Keep the dream alive. I like that. It feels good, and I got soda light. That's easy. It's not going to run you a lot of money either. It's not as expensive as lapis, but a lot of soda light gets passed off as lapis. So always look for the iron pyrite, the fool's gold in lapis, if you want to make sure, because it doesn't grow in soda light, from what I understand, or selenite for that matter. Last card down, the Macon Healing Mantra cards. Now, cross-watchers, here's your opportunity, right? Because if you are in a relationship with somebody as a cross-watcher or vice versa, and the other one's not a vampire, then you might be dealing with somebody in your relationship that is a vampire, a third party in some way, shape, or form. And remember, that could be family member or, I don't like them, right? Someone who is not thrilled by your situation. So let's ask the Ascended Masters. Oh, they know how to deal with vampires. That's who taught me. Please take a nice deep breath. Ascended Master Van Helsing, Guillermo, Still point. Ascended Masters override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly for us Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Beloved ones, you've dealt with vampires in lifetimes too. That's how you became Ascended Masters, part of the highly individualized curriculum that sooner or later all of us have to deal with a vampire, dead or alive. So please, what is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise counsel in the form of the perfect healing mantra for us Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, alchemizing the vampire archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, illusion to truth, fear to love, Libra on the inner, Six of Cups on the outer, removing obstacles with understanding, in moderation, radiating radiating that calm and our dreams coming true and keeping the dream alive, so we're not going to expose our throats to a vampire. This full to our new August 2023. Receiving elation. I am born of infinite joy. That'll blow him up. Another card jumped. It was overcoming fear. I will transcend every loss. I would put that one in there too, but I'm just going to read you the one that was left in my hand. Receiving elation. I am born of infinite joy. Now here's the odd part. So is the vampire, right? But it's like the sun never goes away, but it can be obscured. A cloudy day does not mean the sun disappeared, nor when we turn away from it, right? So at the core of all of us is joy. I mean, that is our natural state. Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, right? So many examples. Eastern philosophies, big time, that joy is the natural state. But underneath it all, and you know what? We're really lovely underneath it all. Receiving elation. I am born of infinite joy. When elation is received, joy becomes your natural state of being. In elation, you are aligning with the ecstatic nature of the universe to live each moment with renewed passion and purpose. Now that word passion came up here with moderation. The difference between passion and obsession, interesting. Elation helps you enjoy your human journey as it is right now without projecting your fulfillment onto the anticipation of future pending outcomes, which can be like, oh no, am I going to have to deal with them again, right? Instead it's like, you know what, I am born of infinite joy. Let them try and vampire that. They'll melt their own fangs on your neck just coming close. They won't even graze you. Nope. This mantra is ideal for increasing the flow of creative inspiration. That'll blow them up. Elevating the immune system, particularly I would think the psychic or energetic immune system called the auric field, and being more present. That's the thing. If they're going to try and drag you into the past with guilt or terrify you into the future with fear, you can be here now and understanding that's their patterning. And is it their fault? No. It's part of their contract that they came in to deal with. I was a vampire for a season, a good couple of years, and it was in mostly my adolescence, which all adolescents are narcissistic one way or the other. They're all draining, right? So I grew out of it, but that certainly happened once my dad died in between high school and college, right? And he was a nightmare. He was born on Flag Day. Google that. See who else. You'll see what I mean. So receiving elation. This is about your relationship to yourself, essentially, because that's why I do like the Path of True Love reads and the True Love timelines. You are the common denominator in all of your relationships. So even if you are not the vampire, which I'm not feeling you are, if you're watching my channel, again, we can be a little draining here and there. But then you really develop, I call TNS, Teflon Neck Syndrome, in all of your relationships. So this could be a really, really powerful thing. And I just want to see that soda light again before I do the blessimation at the end, because there were some good words there. Intuition, right? So pay attention to what you're feeling intuitively. Meditation, perception, right? Because vampires can be very, very glamorous because they cast glamours. I mean, come on, True Blood. Skarsgårds? Oof, bite me. Oh, bite me. Calm, strength, and determination. And you know what? It's going to take some determination in moderation to radiate that light and make, keep your dream alive. Yeah, no, there are plenty of naysayers in the world. Just remember, that's their story, not yours, unless you adopt it as your own, and then you're infected by the vampire virus, and then you start biting people. Sounds like a movie. Sounds like several, and a couple of TV series. I wonder if they have diaries. Elena. All right, let's do this. Let's do the blessimation. We'll put it all together. Blessing and a summation, and at the end of that is usually the end of the read, although sometimes I will get some other hits after that. But then I'm going to release all of us. This is my last reading of the day, and we'll talk about, some cool stuff at the end, readings and whatnot. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time. Still point. Pantheonic override. And we end as we began, as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Virgo, collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, drawn to this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, our toxic to healthy, and our cross watchers. Help them too. To alchemize the vampire, that we can be aware that someone or something is draining our life forces and be very balanced and in moderation, bringing forth our strength in meditation with Skadi, the Maiden of Blades, Cardinal Air, creative ways perhaps of dealing with the situation to bring it in maybe to some harmony, some Six of Cups, emotional balance there on the outside, at least keeping our own balance, because maybe this is someone from our past appearing out of nowhere, and may the help of Lord Ganesh be ours to see clearly beyond perception. Perception is not always reality. The sun does not rise in the east and set in the west if the planet turns on an axis, and spoiler alert, ours does. Virgo power, cross your legs. That we may see clearly that they are in pain, that they are drained, and therefore need to feed, but that we can do this with the power of the rhinoceros to be incredibly strong and very determined and in moderation, determined to be not rip their heads off, to not call them on the carpet in public, but maybe to do this in a way internally first, so that we radiate with that turmeric vibe, just shining our light at full capacity, being the best that we can be, with that calmness, with that strength, with that determination, with that meditation, raising our vibration by really engaging our spiritual practice day in, day out, as needed for as long as needed, so that we can receive the elation that is our birthright, our true identity, our true state of being. For we are born of infinite joy, and may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest version of ourselves for our well-being, for the well-being of our loved ones, maybe even for the well-being of the vampires that may occasionally cross our paths, because it ain't much of a hero's journey without demons, dragons, vampires, and villains. So that we may live in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, a more golden timeline in our lifetimes for our well-being, for the well-being of all of life on planet Earth and beyond. Pretty much covers for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. And so it is, Guillermo. Oh my god, I want Nandor. I think my mom wants Nandor too. We call each other on commercial breaks just laughing on our ass off. It's the best show on TV, What We Do in the Shadows. And no, I'm not getting paid. Oh, I'll take some of that Taika Waititi money. I'd take him, honestly. But kind of a fun read, and that's the thing. Vampires do spice things up a little bit. I mean, there's a difference between lunch and being lunch, right? So you can do this. Just go check the video, Vampires and Witches. I did it alphabetically, so I'd remember I did it alphabetically. It's a good vid, and there's lots of good book recommendations in there. I highly recommend it. So thank you so much for watching. Come Patreon on Patreon. Remember, we got cool stuff going on there. 2 7-day free trials for seekers and humans. Jump out the last day if you like. Come gorge yourself on extended readings and daily check-ins. But the extensive discount you have to wait till day 8 to claim, because that's for subscribers. And I love it. They get all of my subscribers, they get them daily check-ins, they get those extended readings, they get that extensive discount. And it is just such a creative freedom thing for me. I have worked for corporations that tried their damnedest to drain me. That's why I started my own, and why I'm a corporation of one person. Wow, the cats don't count there. They don't have 1099s or whatever those forms are called. Please don't make me do math. But I do love my Patreon so much. Now we've got a store. You can shop there if you like. Yeah, it's all on my website too. But let's talk about that next. If you want to book me for a private session, you can go to my website, drawingthecircle.com. There's a store. Click store. Poof, you're in the store. You'll see lots of stuff there, but you will see reading packages and spiritual counseling. Explains it all in writing. There's bar charts in there. Why wouldn't I use a bar graph? I'm a Virgo, right? Of course I did. But there's a video that I did booking private sessions with Mal for the 25th anniversary, May 1st, 2023 of During the Circle Productions. I changed my prices for the first time in 25 years. So the video explains all of it for you. I say over and over and over again, I've never turned anyone away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way, and I'm a witch. We can work it out. We can work it out. Because life is very short. There's no time for fussing and biting, my friend. You know, who wants to be in the same body forever? That's not immortality. That's Nosferatu. Say it with me. No, no, Nosferatu. No, no, no. Virgo power across your legs. Bite me at your own risk. Plus my Sicilian blood in there might possibly do something to them they might not be prepared for. Very Mediterranean vibe in me nowadays. So thank you so much for watching. Book me if you like. Come Patreon on Patreon. And most of all, I know it's too hot to wear a turtleneck, so, you know, maybe just a little dab of garlic behind the ears, you know. Have at it. Wishing you all, you know, a nice holy symbol right here on your neck. I will. I do all the time. Yeah, you're going to bite through my pentacle. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved virgins. Hang in there. Virgo power, cross your legs, heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.